Most people assume vegetables are always good for your health. The more, the better. But if you or someone close to you is living with diabetes or kidney disease, some familiar vegetables can turn into silent enemies. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that all veggies are safe. Several commonly eaten vegetables can spike blood sugar or strain your kidneys if consumed without caution. Join Health Recovery as we uncover the top 5 vegetables that seem harmless but should be avoided by diabetics and kidney patients, and what safer options you can choose instead. Before we begin, take a second to hit subscribe so we can walk hand in hand on this journey of health recovery naturally and mindfully. 1. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, and starchy root vegetables. Blood sugar spikers, potassium overload. People with diabetes should limit high-starch foods like rice, bread, noodles, and especially starchy root vegetables. Golden French fries or honey-roasted sweet potatoes might be tempting, but these are at the top of the no-go list for diabetics. Why? Because these underground veggies are packed with carbohydrates, starch sugars, which cause a sharp rise in blood glucose after eating. Boiled potatoes have a glycemic index, GI, as high as 78 out of 100, extremely high. A high GI means the food spikes blood sugar fast, like a high-speed train. This makes potatoes especially dangerous for diabetics, who risk sudden glucose spikes. Sweet potatoes, often seen as a healthier choice, are no exception. They contain high amounts of glucose and also contribute to elevated blood sugar. Other starchy roots like taro, yam, or purple sweet potatoes also have high starch content, increasing blood sugar risk. But it's not just diabetics who should watch out. Kidney patients also need to avoid these starchy roots. Why? Because they are loaded with potassium. A single medium potato or sweet potato, 130G, contains around 500 milligrams of potassium. Potassium is vital for heart and muscle function, but if your kidneys are impaired, excess potassium builds up, causing fatigue, muscle weakness, or even dangerous heart arrhythmias. Alternative solution: craving mashed potatoes? Try steamed and mashed cauliflower. It has less starch and significantly less potassium. Other substitutes include boiled pumpkin or white radish, which are lower in both carbohydrates and potassium. If you must eat potatoes, soak them in water for 4 hours or parboil, and discard the first water to reduce potassium levels. And remember, keep portions small, e.g., half a small roasted potato, and pair them with lean protein and fiber-rich veggies to slow down sugar absorption. 2. Corn, sweet and familiar, but a hidden blood sugar spike. Come corn season, many enjoy boiled or grilled corn. Corn is a humble, accessible food and often considered a vegetable. But corn is actually high in starch and natural sugars, making it risky for diabetics. Just half a cup of corn kernels contains around 21 G of carbs, more than half a bowl of white rice. Eating 1 whole ear of corn can provide enough sugar to spike your blood glucose, if not accounted for in your meal plan. Many mistakenly assume corn is a leafy vegetable and eat freely, leading to post-meal sugar spikes. For kidney patients, corn is better than potatoes in terms of potassium, but it's not exactly low. A single ear of corn contains about 400 milligrams of potassium, a moderate amount. Kidney patients should still control portions to avoid overloading on potassium and phosphorus. Alternative solution: diabetics can enjoy a small serving, e.g., 1/2 cob, paired with lean protein and fiber, like grilled chicken and salad, to slow sugar absorption. Baby corn is also a smarter option, as it's lower in starch. For kidney patients, alternatives like brown rice or boiled taro in moderate amounts can supply carbs with less potassium. Remember, corn is considered a starch, not a leafy vegetable. Both groups need to treat it like a carbohydrate in meal planning. 3. Tomatoes, vibrant, delicious, but risky for weak kidneys. Tomatoes are a kitchen staple, from sauces and soups to salads. However, for those with impaired kidney function, tomatoes can be a dietary trap. They contain a significant amount of potassium, especially when consumed in ripe, concentrated, or sauce forms. A single cup of tomato juice can have up to 550 milligrams of potassium, and if you use 2 to 3 cups daily, in soup, stews, or sauces, you could easily exceed safe potassium limits. For those with chronic kidney disease, excess potassium, hyperkalemia, can trigger heart rhythm problems, muscle weakness, and nausea, or even become life-threatening. Healthy kidneys excrete potassium through urine, but weak kidneys can't handle the excess. For diabetics, tomatoes have a low glycemic index, GI 15-30, so moderate consumption is fine. But consuming too much, especially in concentrated forms, or pairing with sugary/starchy dishes, can still affect blood sugar. If you have both diabetes and kidney issues, tomatoes need to be carefully portioned. Alternative solution. Kidney patients can substitute tomatoes with pumpkin, white radish, or bok choy in soups and dishes. Diabetics can still enjoy fresh sliced tomatoes in controlled amounts. Just avoid tomato paste or canned sauces, which often include salt, sugar, and preservatives. Always consult a nutritionist to tailor your diet to your condition. 4. Malabar spinach and amaranth. Oxalate-rich greens that burden the kidneys. Leafy greens are often great for diabetics. Low in calories, high in fiber, and even containing natural nitrates that help regulate blood sugar. However, not all greens are friendly to those with kidney issues. Some, like Malabar spinach and amaranth, are loaded with oxalates and potassium. Malabar spinach, commonly used in summer soups, contains high levels of oxalic acid, oxalates. Excess oxalate can crystallize in the kidneys, block filtration, and form kidney stones. It also contains high purines, which raise uric acid and increase the risk of gout and uric acid stones if consumed in excess. Amaranth, red or green varieties, is also high in oxalates. Overconsumption can hinder kidney filtration and worsen existing kidney problems. While amaranth is okay for blood sugar and diabetics, its high potassium content makes it risky for those with kidney issues, especially if they also have diabetes. Alternative solution. Kidney patients should choose leafy greens with lower oxalate and potassium content, like cabbage, kale, lettuce, romaine, or bok choy. Cabbage has even been shown to help reduce kidney damage and support blood sugar control. If you crave Malabar spinach soup, try sweet leaf, sorapis, sponge gourd, or bottle gourd as safer alternatives. If you only have diabetes, no kidney problems, water spinach and spinach can be beneficial, but again, moderation is key. 5. Beans and legumes. Nutritious but potentially overwhelming for weak kidneys. Beans like green peas, mung beans, red beans, white beans, soybeans, all offer plant-based protein and fiber, making them nutritious. For diabetics, beans are friendly due to their low glycemic index. GI lentils, 32, red beans, 29, very low. They help slow sugar absorption and improve blood sugar control when eaten in moderation. However, for kidney patients, beans are grouped to limit. They contain high levels of potassium and phosphorus, both of which weak kidneys struggle to excrete. Overeating beans can increase potassium and phosphorus in the blood, posing risks to heart and bone health. Even though beans are a good protein source, doctors recommend moderation to avoid complications. Additionally, beans are still a form of carbohydrate, complex carb, so diabetics need to count them in their total carb intake. Alternative solution: kidney patients should prioritize lean meat, fish, or eggs as protein sources, and eat beans occasionally in controlled portions. Soaking dried beans overnight and discarding the water before cooking helps reduce potassium and phosphorus. Choose green beans or string beans, young pods, over dried beans for a gentler option. Diabetics can use beans to replace part of rice or bread in meals, but stick to about 1 cup per meal, 80 g dried beans, and monitor blood sugar. Pair beans with non-starchy vegetables for balance. Conclusion: smart vegetable choices for a healthier life with diabetes and kidney disease. As you can see, not all vegetables are safe for people with diabetes or kidney disease. A healthy diet requires us to understand the foods we eat. Be mindful of these 5 vegetables and limit them if you have either condition, and use the healthier alternatives we've shared. Your health is shaped by the daily choices you make. Choose wisely and attentively. We hope this article helps you build a better, safer meal plan. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to subscribe to Health Recovery for more tips and knowledge on thriving with diabetes and kidney disease. We're here with you on your healing journey. Let's share and grow together with positivity and care.